seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. He said, and all these things will be added to you. When you look at the word seek in the original text, it was really referring to your searching for something that you've had already. When Adam was in the garden and he decided to obey his wife's voice and eat from the tree, the first thing he lost was his relationship. Because when he ate from that tree, he then became his own God. And the second thing he lost was the kingdom. See, because Adam had been given charge of the whole earth. What God said was, you take this earth and you dominate it. You rule, you subdue it. You place it under your charge and under your control. So what happened with the fall was that Adam lost authority over the kingdom of the earth, and then the earth went wild. Then we had to deal with thorns and thistles, crazy weather patterns, sweat. Now, can you imagine living a life with no sweat? See, that's what it was like before the fall. But there were certain principles, though, that once we embrace, we then have embraced kingdom principles, and then we can regain what was lost. He says, seek ye first the kingdom. The kingdom, it really means his reign and rule. The rule and the reign and the sovereignty of God. See, in this series, we've been talking about becoming a God-man or a God-woman. We are talking about rising up in your authority and taking dominion in areas that have run you. A lot of times you know what it is that has harassed you and has constantly been on your heels. Every time you think that you are moving forward, here comes that same thing knocking on your door again. See, when you understand that once I seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, everything else is going to be added to me, which means that God has taken care of the sin problem. That's why you can't shock God. And whatever it is that you did, he already knows. He saw you when you went there. As a matter of fact, he knew what was in your mind even before it was done. But he took care of it at Calvary. So now we must seek his righteousness. See, the righteousness of God is the standard of God. It is the position of God. And when I seek his righteousness, I then claim what he has and I disown what I have. It means I no longer say I can't. As a child, they had taught us can't died. He died 20 years ago, when I was in preschool. So if he died 20 years ago when I was in preschool, then that's a long time. We're not going to start counting, but we just going to say that was a long time ago. Can't died. So we are seeking lost dominion. We are here on this Sunday morning, not because we wanted to just come because it's the thing that everybody do, but we came to seek lost dominion. He says, and once you do these things, he says, then all the rest of the things were going to be added. Let's go to the word.
Please turn to the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 20. Mark, chapter 11, verse 20. Mark, chapter 11, verse 20. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree. Dried up from the roots.
Now, this is a powerful passage. Because if you notice what it says is, as they passed by. Which means that when they went that way, they were not going that way, to see if the fig tree had died. But you know how we speak to things and then we come back and check on it. That's not what happened here. What happened is that when Jesus spoke to the fig tree, he was finished with it. Which means that the tree or its fruit or any other thing that had to do with that tree was over. And I heard the Lord say that a lot of us are too preoccupied with what we have cursed. Jesus was not preoccupied with that tree because he spoke to it and he spoke death to it. And what he said was, listen, now I'm moving on. And he wasn't talking about the tree anymore. Now, Peter was the one who spoke.